Namaste! Namaste, Big Cat! Welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Yes, baby. Let's kick off with the planetary energies. Darling dears, we have a quincunx. Yes, a quincunx. Doesn't sound very what? It doesn't sound very savory or what you should bring out in polite company. But apparently we have one in our planetary energies, darling dear. A quincunx is known as what? And as being in conjunct, darling dears, occurs when two planets are 150 degrees apart, or 5 zodiac signs apart, darling dears. Quincunxes can often make you feel that external events and other people are forcing you, right? Listen, my throat chakra, somebody's not allowed to speak their truth in a situation. Well, guess what? I'm your best friend. I will teach you how to what be obstreperous, blood, fist bump, you'll talk the things until they're tired of hearing it, beat themselves about their head and twist off their own ears before they sit down and listen to you tell them like it is, blood, brah, or stream. Anyhow, as I was saying, a quincunx can often make you feel that external events and other people are forcing you to separate, compartmentalize, or redirect your energies, right? Or the energies of the planets involved, darling dear. They want you to be what? Effed up in your cranium, darling dears. Effed up. I say that to say this. Mercury forms a quincunx with Pluto this morning, making it difficult for you to balance out what? Relationships and responsibilities. What do you mean you can't balance them out? Haven't you heard of East Island and Stevie Wonder? For the first half of the day, you might find that many people are vying for your attention while trying to focus, what? On your morning rituals. Waking up, drinking your coffee, not kicking no one's ass, not throat punching the progeny. No! They don't want you to do none of that. No! They want you to be squiffy like them. They, them, and Venus is very active today while taking its final steps in Cancer. Cancer is ruled by what? The 4th house. And it also rules the mother, darling dear, mother energy. So they're going to try and put it on the feminine energy today, darling dears. You better be obstreperous, mate. You better, listen. You're going to have your cranium on a 360 for the shade of it all, darling dears, as they try to drag you into madness. Madness, I tell you, madness. As I said, Venus is taking its last final steps through Cancer, right? So you'll be more inclined to focus on your goals and responsibilities rather than socializing. Listen, I told you I'm ambivert. I go out for the bag, for my progeny, and if God sends me out there, apart from that, socializing, listen, I've got no time for them. They, them, and I'm, darling dear, that wants me psychological password. Are you mad? The last person or thing that had my psychological password was Zara, that online clothes store. Zara, baby, it had me out by the short and curlies, my proverbial short and curlies, mate, until I realized I've got a whole chariot of righteousness, and I'm not a tree, and I can go there and pick up what I want. Don't wait for anything from Zara by the post, darling dear. You'll punch yourself in the face and you'll feel like your life is over as you wait patiently for the delivery man. It will never come. Anyhow, I digress, but it is what it is. As I said, right, Venus is leaving Cancer, yeah? So you're not going to want to socialize with those bottom feeders. With up to bottom feeding shiznai, I told you, it's nothing new, right? Venus aspects the north node of destiny while connecting with Uranus and Mars. This energy might give you a case of what? Ants in your pants, darling dear. And what? The jazz hands. The jazz hands, big cat. I told you, you can't go to prison with the prisoners. Leave that to R. Kelly and such like. Yes, baby. Akon said they ain't letting him out. Not this side of the what? Gosh. Will it still be in the age of Aquarius when R. Kelly gets let out? Possibly. Will anybody care? No. As I was saying, be sure to take a walk today, darling dears. When you get in the what ants in your pants and the jazz hands, you don't want to end up in prison like the prisoners. And you don't want to mistakenly throat punch one of your progeny. No, go for a walk. Take some time in the air. I'm your best friend. I've given you good advice. Good advice. Don't get the jazz hands today. Be very bud for yo. Baby, let's press on at a hot trot, because I've got other things to talk about. Baby, did you see that video I put up last night? Listen, can we talk a moment, big cat? Can we just have a quick chat before we press on with the read? You're a captive audience, because who's going to check me boon? Who's going to stop me, blood? No one but God. And God said I need to talk about this. Because I told you, I first, right, was in a stronghold by the miniature cooking. Good God, I watched them make a whole burger and chips, darling dear. Burger and chips, right? There wasn't even enough to have 2 chews of a furious jaw, right? I watched that. I watched them cooking all these tiny things. Why was they cooking them? And why was I watching them? But I broke myself out of that stronghold. Yes, I was. I had to take myself away and stop watching YouTube. Then I got caught up in the tiny house movement. Jesus! It had me for a good 6 months squat until I said, no case, no. Then I was minding my own business. And my hand said, what? Go over to TikTok. TikTok had me last night till nearly 2 in the a.m., darling dear. I saw this woman, right? She was talking about, go and look, watch the video. She was talking about squats, right? Then I saw her bend over a tube of cream like this and pick it up with her vajayjay and walk across the room. I said, good God, is that what the maid is doing with the basura? The trash you put out? Is that how they get the bags? Good God. They'll take in anything into their orifice, darling dear. Anything. Yes, baby. Anyhow, let's press on because I got other things to talk about. I wasn't ready for that. Yes, London G. Listen, I feel your pain. I was caught in that, mate. I started researching solar panels, right? Geocentric living, where you build your own. Listen, let me get out my cranium, right? Because I said I'm not watching it anymore, right? Because 2 twos from this, right? The progeny we left here with a whole naked chicken. I've hidden the rice cooker, right? They've gone to live in my tiny house. I'm telling you, fist bump, baby. Yeah. Anyhow, like I said yesterday, if you're having a problem with your prepubescent child that won't tidy up their room, enlist your teenagers if you have them. Involve your teenagers how? By telling them say you're gonna take with their money if the younger one don't tidy up their room. They turn into what? They turn into sergeants and they're marching up and down outside the room, checking in the corners. When you're telling an 18-year-old you're gonna stop their pentacale flow because their younger sibling isn't tidying up their room, they try to argue with you and say, but it's none of my business, really. Really? I've made it your business. Yes! Fist bump. Anyhow. Baby, lean in, big cat. They've got atikiphobia. And wants your psychological password. You're saying, Case, What is atikiphobia? I know you're keyboard gangsters. Most of you already discovered what it means. It means somebody who's of an inferior mindset that what fears, right? Getting into a relationship with you, and they've got a great deep fear of failure. They've got all of this on them, right? Like white on rice, and then they come and what? Try to get at your psychological password when they've got failure written all over them. If only they would do you the justice of having it stamped or tattooed on their forehead so that they wouldn't waste your time. You wouldn't have to learn light kung fu, practice Easter Island Stevie Wonder, and spend a great amount of your time, right, communing with the Most High. If they'd stayed in their own pen, their own what? Within their own confines, their own what? Circle of sadness, darling dears. Circle of sadness. Because, darling dears, not every hungry dog must be fed. No! They will turn on and bite you when you cast your pearls before a swinehood. Not every bird is allowed to fly, darling dear. Some are earthbound and some are extinct, just like the dodo, darling dear. And if they're not extinct, you get your Mariah Carey on. I don't know that person or people, right? You get what? Selective amnesia, blood. Pinkies up. Some people are envious of you. They don't have the gifts you have. They can't move the way you move, especially if you've got a core bull like me. Listen, big cat, you have to get, you wants to get a core bull in your life. Keep getting your what? Lymphatic system drained, darling dear. Because when you are stagnant all day sitting in a chair or sitting at one spot in your domicile, darling dear, you allow what? Disease to get in. Your joints seize up. But on the ball, you're bouncing, you're moving around, right? You're activating your childlike spirit, right? I bounce all the way to the fridge, darling dear, to get my sea moss, right? I'm not joking. I removed my office chair. This is the best thing you can sit on. It helps with your posture, darling dears. When I first sat on this core ball, right, I got a terrible pain in my left side. And I thought, is it my kidney? Is something wrong with my kidney? I tried not to get hypochondriac, but good God, when you're in here by yourself, right? But then I realized my posture was being corrected. The pain is gone. You don't realize how you slouch in chairs, how you slouch when you're driving your car. All of these things are important. Your temple is your best commodity. Take care of it at every opportunity. By avoiding what? Those with atikiphobia. Atikiphobia. Be careful of those who are what? Cloud chasing your vision, darling dear. They see it for you. They're counting your pentacles, darling dear. They wants to be in your shine, right? Because they've got failure written all over them, right? Hopeless case, right? Yeah, they know they're full of shit and they're not going anywhere except what? Back to the crevice of the devil's balls. I keep telling you this. Why do you keep making me repeat myself, big cat? But I will. I will. I'm not afraid of repeating myself, especially when there's a dummy bat lurking. I repeat myself and then I'll use the communicative dance, and if they're not happy having it, right, I'll go straight for my what? Self-defense skills. Self-defense! I'll take my chances with the judge. Unlike R. Kelly, he had so much information on him, right? But they locked him up. What about the people that supplied him? Listen, these questions we can ask. We can ask. Just like that other woman, what's her name? Jalise? The one with the arm. Was it Pizzagate? Pizzagate scandal? Yes, she got 20 years. But what about the people she supplied all of those poor innocent progenies to? They're not dealing with the whole, they're dealing with it like it's what a cyst. When it's an abscess, blood, you have to dig out the whole of it, not just those on the top. The what sacrificial lambs, darling dear, while the real ones that are committing all of those heinous crimes are still what? Cutting their 10. That's Jamaican terminology for being relaxed and crossing your foot at the ankle. They want to be in your place so bad, darling dear, that they will be what? An echo praxic to your face, darling dear. As they're a cloud chaser, you let them in. Next thing you know, You realize you've got a doppelganger. They're using your phrases. They're trying to find out how you get to your bag. They wants to know whom you're doing the what? Genitalia shuffle with, so they can be like that woman on TikTok and pick them up with their vagina or their futum, darling, didn't take them off. But if somebody can take your partner so easily, darling dear, that was never your partner. I'm just saying. Don't attack me, because I told you, I've got the jazz hands, and I've got a full security system surrounding my domicile and my chariot of righteousness. So you'll be on camera. I told you, not even a squirrel can get a nut in my garden or within 50 feet of my domicile without me knowing. I know. Listen. I know. Jeremiah 9:40. The merchants of slander have got another osis, psychosis, blood. They've got atikiphobia, failure for sure, and wants to come with their failure-like self and interrupt what you've got going on. Why? They're going to what? Suck onto your what? Psychological password and be strumming that shiznai until you're barking at passing cars. I told you this already. Right, let's call in the energies of wisdom, guidance, and protection as we dive into this peccadillo, darling dear, because not every hungry dog must be fed. You must leave them on the rocks of life. As we call in the energies of Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers, and spiritual guides, energies of wisdom, guidance, and protection, as above, so below, from Ketha to Malkuth. Namaste. Energies, up, big cat, up, as they try to what? Wheedle their way back into your life. But if you've already shown them the door, darling dear, they've got nothing more to show you but the double wide coffin, with you in the bottom bunk, watching them bust it wide and bend over. For all eternity. That's a bloody long time. Do you know how long all eternity is, blood? My right hand is itching me. Skrilla.com is afoot, sharing this abundant energy, big cat. As you know, I'm Reiki Master and I send it to you. Abundance, prosperity, and what? Your flip-flop. Common sense. A superpower among some, darling dear, but not the big cat. I think not. I'm gonna get her arm. Let me bring up the chat if I can, because this one can be so temperamental sometimes. Let's see if I can bring it up, see who's here. Outrageous, right? Want to come to your house with their unchecked psychoses, darling dear. They know they're a failure. They know that you're too good for them, but yet they still want to come and put it on you, darling dears. London G, Wagwan, fist bump. Angelic Alchemist Mother, Wagwan. Words are seeds. Big cat wave. Oracle 7100. Pinky's up. Glad you could pop in, darling dear. Who else is here? Jennifer JG. What's going on? Lerper. Wagwan. Lerper. Are you fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely? Blanche Devereaux. Could always do with Blanche, darling dear. She know what going on, darling dears. Fist bump. Who else is here? Jon Snow. The North remembers. Yes, the North Node remembers a bottom feeder when they see it. And you realize that there are legion, darling. There are legion on this Malkuth. Stepping over one psychosis after another, darling dear. What's this? Hey, Barbie Babs. I'm trying to see what's this? Is this fuckery in the comments? Is it? No. Listen, I was on it, mate. I was on it. I told you no one can what interrupt. I spy. Big cat eye. Bebe. Lean in, big cat. Lean in. This is Ewas, represented by the Death card in Tarot, Scorpio energy. The numbers 52, 53, 54, and 55. And it's also represented by the letter E for echopraxic. Yes, and somebody whose ego is their amigo, darling dear. This is the Scorpio energy On its face, no transformation, darling dear. It also speaks about what? A long-term lingering illness. It's called dummy batitis. It's hard to get over once you're deep into it, darling dear. You can't be convinced that you're not a dummy bat. Why? Because you keep doing dummy bat shit. Yes, yes, yes. All of this and that, darling dear. The Scorpio energy of it all. This person is what? A coward. They're going through some form of depression. They're unable to break out of the down pressing, darling dear. Possibly the painful breakup with you and them, darling dear. Whether they left or you told them to fetch the black bags, they haven't gotten over it, darling dear. And they are what? The holder of the award, right? For being what? A ticket for be a blood. They know they were never good enough for you. They know that they was bound to fail because they're a bottom feeder and a dummy bat, right? That tried to hop off the spiritual short bus into your existence. And then what? Bend over and bust it wide. I told you, big cat. All of this and that went on. It also speaks about what? They feel, somebody's feeling as though they lost the blessing of your essence in their life, darling dear. This person is having a hard time letting go of you, yeah? And it also speaks about a marriage that is on the rocks, darling dears. Some long-term situation. I'm hearing a birth, some kind of, what? Has someone got a sister, wife, or husband? Did something happen? Hit me up in the comments, not the Gmail. All of us big cats need to read this together as we sip our mochas, because we ain't getting smoked. It's very hot in here today. Let me turn on the fan. Cut on my breeze, blood. Get my Beyonce on. Yes, baby. I was. Scorpio is Scorpio is the 8th house, darling dear. The 8th house of what? Merging finances. Somebody's having a break or having some kind of financial debt. They owe taxes. They owe money on their assets, possibly their property. They're owing rent money, right? Or they're owing mortgage money, or they're just owing blood. This is street debt as well, because street debt is 1,000 times worse. They will listen. You owe somebody money in the streets. They'll pay a crackhead £5, right? £5, right? To bump you off. Yes. You better give unto Caesar what's due unto Caesar. And if they're owing money out there, you can't take them in, mate. You might get a fat lip and a black eye, right? Just by being in their vicinity as they're getting their ass kicked. Listen, if they're up for it, you better be on your way, mate. You ain't got time for that. No. We are not taking a two-piece. Especially when it's not from KFC. What a fat lip and a black eye. Panda eyes. Are you mad? Big cat. I told you I got the jazz hands. Why do you think I spend a lot of time in my own company? Because I got the jazz hands. And I'm obstreperous. Noisy. And extremely difficult to handle. And I tell you, go and watch my Don't Get Smoked video where I show you how to drop it low and use the limb destructors. You've got some that want to what? Lift you up and take you away. Kidnap who and go where? You drop it low, bust it wide, and you break anything within your circumference, but you don't stay and tussle. No, it's just moves to get away, darling dear. To get away. Right. Somebody's extremely depressed, darling dear. This is, as I said, they're going through bad finances. They could be owing all sorts of money. Could be maintenance money, darling dear. Could be alimony, rent money. They might go through it, blood. They might go through it. And they know they're not good enough for you, darling dear, because they've got atikiphobia, right? But they still wants to come back and be with you. No, it's got me sucking my 31 teeth, and that, if that don't pee me off, right? I don't know what will. Let's get the wisdom of the oracle chakra. Let's deeply look at what's going on here, right? We'll have a quick look-see. What's going on? They know they're a failure. They're a bottom feeder, right? This person is not accepting the slice that they've been given by the Most High. What slice is that? The slice of fucking ease, mate. Can't you see the red root chakra all over them? It's all over the place. I told you this person or personages are in a destabilized situation. They're possibly being what? Told to eat the cake, Adame. Yes, eat that slice because their person has given a slice to someone else. I told you it could be a sister or husband wife situation, right? All of this, darling dear. This also speaks about what? You realizing that you have the handle and not the blade, darling dear. Not having to accept a situation or circumstances that are below your spiritual pay grade. You can write the recipe for your life anytime you want. But you have to have faith, darling dear. As well as focus. As well as what? Put your back into it, blood. Yes. Someone's losing it though. They're losing it. They're not happy with the situation. They can't accept it. But they should. They caused it. Baby. Complacency is what? Kryptonite to a big cat. This is comfort zone, darling dear. And somebody's going to get old and grey by themselves. Why? They can't trick anyone, blood. Everybody knows that they've got a psychosis. And everybody said this person must stay by themselves. Outrageous, darling dear. They can't lie to you, right? Especially when you decide to be the pie maker of your own life. Come on, darling dears. Come on. You're on a quest, right? You've gone from the what? Nham grassy, darling dear. The bitter brownness of it all. And you've gone on to greener pastures. Your quest has been so fabulous, gorgeous and lovely, darling dear, that your testimony will be a wonder to what? A babe in arms. People will be captivated with what you overcame, darling dear, to get great and be where you are at this moment in time. A quest for success. You don't have to accept a slice from no one, blood. You'll push yourself away from the table because the slice will probably be poisonous, right? And have some kind of spell castation to make you do the genital Watusi, right? With someone who's got atikiphobia. Base of the deck. Rejection is God's protection. You better reject it and rebuke it in the name of the Most High. Don't allow those energies to come back in. They're coming to cause confusion. And they're hearing voices, darling dear. And every one of them says to fuck you over, right? To ruin your life, right? To give you bad credit, bad advice, and anything else they want to put on that table of wickedness. You're on a quest, yeah? Remember, rejection is God's protection. That keeps flashing in my mind. That lady that picked up the tube with her vajayjay, right? Same way they pick up the basura and take it from your doorway. Go away with that. Nobody want it, right? Ungrateful mother foes, darling dear. They was ungrateful when they was in your presence, darling dear. They wasn't grateful with the fact that you was what? Giving your all. Showing them your best side. Using a light and friendly tone when you spoke to them. Some people don't understand that not everybody is what? Got etiquette. Or where they are is uncouth. And you must leave them where they are. They're ungrateful mother foes. And you was right to reject them. Because your life would never have improved. You would have never had the time to sit in your own space, darling dear. Commune with the Most High, Father God. Learn to love thyself. You have to remember, people are sent for what? A blessing or a lesson. Sometimes, right, you have to remember. No, all of the time you have to remember. We all have soul contracts to complete on this Malkuf. And they come in at that time because maybe you have to get rid of all of the toxic people in your life. But you needed one person to set it off, mate. One person to be the what? The rod in your back. The wind beneath your wings. Because once you unmask one echopraxic homosexual, right? High Commander Decepticon, darling dear. You do a full 360 and you realize that you've been covered by the what? Molasses of the zombites all your life. And everyone's got to go. They got to go. I don't care if it's cross-eyed Timmy. Timmy didn't see it clear to tell the truth about you behind your back. Timmy's got to go. Nettie with the bow legs. Sandra needs to leave. Sandra is what? The seat of scandal on this side of the hemisphere, darling dear. Leave all these people behind. They want to come with unbothersome names like Tom, or Sarah. Baby, now it's got me scratching as well as sucking my 31 teeth. Good God. Right? They want to take away your joy. Your joy that shows from the inside out when you've got that glow. And this is all about the what? Solar plexus. Archangel Michael, darling dear. Your energy, your willpower, your drive. How you assert yourself on this Malkuth. You've become the what? Sunflower in your own life. Not even, you've even gone past the sunflower. You're a lotus. You was able to blossom under the dirtiest of circumstances and still be one of the most beautiful, gorgeous, lovely and fabulous on this Malkuth, darling dear. Because you didn't what? Allow them to what? Bastardize your gratitude to the Most High for removing yourself from situations and taking you on this quest of your life. For your life. Baby. And they're despondent. They're upset, darling dear. They're crossing their hands. They're at hockey sticks at dawn. With any luck, they will stamp their feet like Rumpelstiltskin and never be seen again. But oh no, they want to linger like a fart. Why? Because they've got atikiphobia. They've got ideas of grandiose. That you deserve another visitation of them, darling dear. That scourge. Baby, you don't want no scuzz bucket. You've unconfused yourself. You're not having it, mate. You don't want it. Right? We're gonna read up on this. Where's my tarot cards? Because your ancestral team have got a lot to say. You was protected. You was shown a new path, darling dear. But you have to stick to that path. There's no veering off to the left or the right. Why? None of us know the day, the hour, or the minute. You have to stay on your path. Whatever brings you joy, darling dear, follow it and ride it till the wheels fall off. I told you this already. We've got one life on this Malkuth. They try to make you believe you've got two. Yeah, you've got two until you realize you've only got one blood, and you're not going to sit until you're old and grey, right? Trying to work out the lies, the trickeries, right? While accepting a slice from a bottom feeder. I don't want no slice. I want the whole pie. One that I baked with my own hands in the presence of the Most High. Father God, Mother Isis, what's going on? Listen, we ain't getting smoked blood. In the jungle, the peaceful jungle, the big cat sleeps at night. I don't know what's the matter with these dull-eyed ones. These simpletons with their unscrupulous behavior. Where's my deck? Are we going to... No. I'm going to use Kipper. What does Kipper say about this joy that you built from the inside out? Because it was going through a season of what? Bad health, darling dear. You had to find happiness any way you can. And it also speaks about the karma of it all. As you what? Raising your happiness, raising your vibe, enjoying life, doing the dance of life as you continue to get great, darling dears. Someone is on the down end. Yes, well, someone's got to hold the blade. Better be them than you, darling dear. You're too busy holding on to the handle of your life. Face of the... Oh, something to do with a family. And look at that shadow person in the background. The one that likes to pick up tubes of cream with their vagina. And what? Men left laying around, right? Or use their fatum to what? Harpoon your partners, darling dear. Well, if they was able to do that, let them keep what they catch. Let them keep it. Because you're solid, mate. Solid as a rock, baby. Because the 20 is what? The judgment of it all, darling dears. They're meant to watch you from outside the perimeter. Your ancestral team will make sure they realize they took a slice when they could have had the whole pie. Whatever they slice through, darling dear, they're sorry about that. They're getting a big fenzik, right? From the universe in the shape of karma, as you are solid in them streets. They don't like the fact that you're happy. You could have a stable home, a new job. You could have started a new business. You may even have the ability to keep your electric lights on. Why? Because you pay your bills, blood. Why? Because your progeny's door game is off the chain. If you have it, I told you. I've got security cameras. But let the wind lift up the letterbox and it go like this. Baby! They run to the door like this. Chest out, back. Listen. Listen. It's about the family, darling dear. Just because they're family members, darling dear, does not mean that they are your friends. You have to remember, some are stuck in the lack mentality. Yes, baby, they'd love to take you with them. have you stuck in their paradigm. You better what? Fight with your everything. Put on the whole armor of God. Ephesians 6:13, right? And be Peter 5:8 up in this bitch. On the alert and of a sober spirit. It's also on the 21. What's the 21? The world card, Earth and Saturn energy, as well as the fixed signs of Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, right? You was guided, darling dear, to realize that those that are at your back are there for a reason, darling dear. They're meant to watch your crack as you disappear over the horizon of your infinite possibilities. They didn't want a stable family with you, darling dear. I told you, they've got aticophobia. They knew that they was never on your level. They, them, and They knew it, right? And they're pumped, right? Pressed, pumped, and perturbed. 33 ascended masters, as well as your ancestral team. I'm making sure that they see everything. They're watching you shine, darling dear. They're watching you make what? Windows and doors where there was nothing but a smooth wall, darling dear. They thunk your life was over. Now they're worried about what you've got going on as they try to what? See if they can court you again. Look, does this person look interested in what this beach or Mitch is saying? No. No, babe. You're like what? The Rock of Ages, mate. You're not having it. This person is concerned why nothing they've said to try and draw you back into this what? Holy hell, right? Why you haven't been swayed or you're not pressed, pumped, or perturbed. Number one, you understood that your hairline comes first. Number two, you realize you ain't getting smoked. They're not catching you and they need to get the message. This is also God's authoritative thumbs, darling dear. Sending them the message that touch not the anointed. What's this? Lack of change in their life. I told you, on the hamster wheel of the karmas, darling dear. If they've got a chariot, it's a broken down piece of shit, or they can't afford it. They can't afford it as you go through what? Boaz and Jashin for completion and beginning. This new pathway as you've transformed your life, darling dear. Whoa, baby, with a childlike spirit. We also have the moon, the 18, the number of the moon, as well as what? Pisces and Cancer energy. Some of you may be taking, some of you are realizing that you're going to have to take the path of what? Being a mudda fudda or a fudda mudda to your progeny, darling dear. But there's nothing wrong with that. Better they have you, who has all the common sense, right? Realized how to get on a quest and stick to it to the letter, because you've seen how your life has been advancing. They, them, and are trying to study you, darling dear, but they will never graduate. Why? Because you're big cat and they're a bottom feeder and they have to go through what they put themselves into, darling dear. They must go through it. What did I say? Crying into their fist. Luke 22:62. Crying into their fist. But they're not crying over the progeny, darling dear. They're crying because you're not hiring. They don't fit the what? State requirements of what? Decency, loyalty, trustworthiness, right? Skull Douglas, darling dear. I didn't even see that. They're upset, right? Struck to stone, darling dear. See all over the dull yellow for the envious ones. Let me tell you something. Envy is what? They can't stand that you have it. Jealousy is they don't want you to have it. But they've gone straight up to the 8, darling dear. Well, they'll do anything in their power to take it from you or for you to lose it, darling dear. When they 8 us, we 9 them. I told you, hermit season, right? Someone's crying over you, right? As you focus on your goals, your bag. They're being struck to stone with that pussy orphatum that they picked up with their vagina. Orphatum, darling dear. Listen, I just come with the messages. What about unconfusing yourself, right? Focused on your distant horizons, not allowing the anchors of the past paradigms, past way of thinking, right? Dummy bats that have the bad luck, the bad credit, right? The bad intentions, right? And the bad advice to hold you back. Oh no, you've got to keep it moving. Yes, baby. Especially from this person or personage who thought they was the dog's bollocks. They are what? The emperor's new clothes. This is the main male, darling dear. This is not what? The wealthy man. And it's not the official person. This is somebody who put their own self on a pedestal, whether male or female. And why? Because they like the attention from others. This is where they got their self-worth from. Well, guess what? It's a lie. It's trickery at its finest, darling dear. Trickery. This is the same squirrel that can't get a nut in my garden. Just saying. This one that saw you as something to do, saw you as one of the crowd. What did I just say? They saw you as one of the crowd. They thought you was the same as everything else, right? When you was the one that knows how to get to the bag, how to get what? Divine enlightenment. You was the one that would have done a stitch in time and built a whole kingdom, right? Because you was in love. Now, you're in what? Gone. You're in gone. As you post up on the Mitches and Bitches, whether you are male or female, darling dear. The age of Aquarius was the best thing for you, darling dear. What's that? I know. That's its keyword for Aquarius. I know. Yeah. Upset, darling dear. Some of you are going to, as I said, going to find out that you're mother fooder. But you are the privileged lady or man, darling dear. You are that bitch or garçon. In this season, darling dear, you can do it all, right? And they're going to get the judgment what they truly deserve. This is the end of a marriage. This is their job being up for grabs, darling dear. We already saw no one's hiring, not even you. Who would hire on what? Someone who is skullduggerous, a known back front neck tabber. Who's hiring that? Who? Listen, these ungrateful mofos. Never you forget, rejection was God's protection. Listen, I know how to get out of a tight situation. I say, feet don't fail me now. Why? Because I've got the jazz hands. I know what will set me off. And I didn't want to go to prison with the prisoners. I need to be free. You need to be free, big cat. So we can sock it to them, Scotty. Kill them with your success. Outrageous for sure. Let's get some more cards up. We want to see what else is going on with these bottom feeders up to bottom feeding shiznai. Because they've got a tikiphobia, a new word for your lexicon. Base of the deck, win or lose. This is the Five of Swords, darling dear. A situation that you simply had to wash your face like David. It also speaks about the envious and the jelly bogelly, darling dears. The jelly bogelly. They're in a situation where they're going to win or lose. Well, apparently, from what the cards just said, they're losing, mate. They owe everyone. Can't afford their rent. Can't afford their chariot. Can't afford this. Can't afford that. But yet they've got the effrontery to want to be with you. Listen, I told you about the sucking of the 31 teeth, right? They need to see this, right? Two of Swords. What's that? That if they go to an exorcist, a psychiatrist, has anger management, right? Gets what? 40 days alone in the wilderness, they will see that they are not the one for you and you are not the one for them. But will they go for any of this? Oh no. They're stuck in indecisiveness, darling. They're refusing to see that they are a bottom feeder and they must stay at the bottom where they deserve to be. Homosexual, darling dear, right? As you continue to what? Change your focus, darling dears. This is the Five of Cups. Yes, baby. Having gone through a thing or two, realizing that divine is shining, what? The light of enlightenment. And a new day has dawned for you, darling dear. A new day. No longer what? Pouring out your cup to bottom feeders that brought nothing but blood in the water and on the dance floor, darling dears. Base of the deck, Two of Pentacles. 2 twos on the tableau, darling dear. The energy of the High Priestess. Twos are about what? Balance, darling dear. It's also about what? Partnerships. Possibly a new partnership coming towards you. 2 of Pentacles also speaks about you being single as fuck, darling dear. Single as fuck. Why? You know how to bend the matrix. This is what I keep telling you, darling dears. Your sexual energy is what can co-create whatever you want on this Malkuth. But many people think that by what? Getting all the soul ties, getting all of it in while they're still young is foolhardy and a waste of your energies, darling dears. When you are abstinent or celibate, right, for a time, you will notice how your life prospers and changes, darling dear. Especially if you're taking your Irish moss and using your core ball. It gives you time to think about things, get right into the cracks and crimps of it all, darling dears. It does. Base of the deck. They refuse to listen. Another 2 on the tableau. High Priestess. This is somebody who's a spellcaster and a professional mistress. And they like to pick up people's men or women by their what's called Douglas Panania for Tom. Like that woman did on TikTok and carry them off. But what they didn't know is that you didn't want them. High Priestess on its face. Somebody, right, who is not above what? Malicious words, the casting of negative energies. They listen to no one but the devil, darling dear. And the devil always tell them to do wrong. Do wrong. This is why they need to be left by themselves. 2 of Pentacles. This person is trying to balance out or juggle their finances. They're trying to prioritize their life, right? They're seeing that you've made the right choice, right, to remove yourself from a situation because you obviously realize that they refuse to see that the issue was them, not you. Base of the deck, darling dear. Wheel of Fortune on its face. They're going down Bobby Brown. Well, somebody's time to be at the bottom of the wheel. Major Arcana. Baby. We've now got what? The Death card in the upright. Release those energies, darling dears. The rune was in the reverse, but this is in the upright. This is your transformation season, the rebirth and rise of the big cat as the Big Cat Chronicles continues, darling dears. Continue to move forward. In what? A slow, quick, slow. You don't go back, big cat. You don't go back, big cat. Remember I told you that. Take a trustful, darling dear, as all eyes are on you. Look at this. 4 major arcana. Divine has a hand in your life, big cat. This is a new beginning for you, all new, everything, right? As everybody is focused on what you've got going on. The devil's strongest workers, little fingers, darling dears, are focusing on you, trying to get their echopraxicon, trying to see if they can get in where they can fit in. When you've already released the energy and soul tie to them, you've transformed, darling dear. A new beginning for you, one of status. Way above these bottom feeders, that whatever they did is not going to stop your flow. Remember I told you that. Divine has gifted you what? The energy, the strength, right? And the forward thinking of planning out a future that you truly deserve, darling dears. As they watch you, all eyes on the crown, all eyes on the throne, but not every peasant must be allowed to run amok in your palace. Remember I told you that. No longer sacrificing yourself for fake love. Straight up to your face. You're reading energy now, darling dears. You read energy, right? What's this? 6 of Cups. Someone from the past. Pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth roof. Pinky's up. Someone from the past that can't come back. Someone that you overgave to. Could be more than one someone's. Could be family members. Could be a lover. May even be a progeny, darling dear. Listen, once they get to a certain age, if they piss you off, because there's levels to cussing. When you're cussing out your progeny, if they're between the ages of, I don't know, 0 and 12, you have to use simple words so that you don't have to get them into what therapy, darling dears. You don't cuss them with all of it. You don't put your back into it. And you're not sweating and you're not foaming at the mouth. Between the ages of 13 and 19, you can get colorful with the cussing. You can tell them about them blood clot and they better not bomber clot do that again, right? Because you'll be put out, right? But between the ages of 20 going upwards, baby, all bets are off. If they piss you off, darling, you don't beg them for their company. They've obviously got issues which you managed to circumvent and avoid with the level of castration, which was age appropriate, right? But they want to be a scourge in your life. Don't allow it. If they want to take themselves off, that's their business, blood. The same ones that want to take themselves off always want to come back. Boomerang season, darling dear. But when they do come back, they must find the door closed. You've got no emotion to offer that particular public. Why? It's part of the legion of the wicked. I'm going to clarify these cards before we press on, darling dear. What did I say about the envious and they're envying you and they're jealous? Why? Because the Wheel of Fortune is not turning in their favor. It's on its face. This is fire and Jupiter energy, darling dear. Cycles, they're going through rinse and repeat of the same old, darling dear. Arguing, fighting, passive aggressive, right? Cheating, cheataras with X amount of what? Soul ties. They got the bodies on them, mate. And it's a situation that you washed your face like David. You wasn't up for the one-upmanship. You chose you, big cat. Yeah. Passionate new beginning, spiritually guided. This also speaks about what? A new partner. This also speaks about the SEX, darling dear, a new sexual partner coming towards you. Look what it fell on the Wheel of Fortune. What did I tell you? They've got what? Atikiphobia, blood. This person or people is not on your level. If it's a past person and they already fucked you over once, they're coming to do it again, darling dear. Read the energy. Major Arcana came out, right? Out of the 2, 4, 6. Out of the 8, right? 5 of the Major Arcana. That means the choice is out of your hands. You're being divinely guided to turn your back on past circumstances and situations. And new people approaching you, read the energy, darling dear. Energy doesn't lie. Words can say, mouth can say anything. Mouth can say anything, right? But actions speak louder than words. You had the foresight to plan all the way to the end, and your ships will surely come in, darling dear, because you understood if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. 4 of Wands. You're moving towards an 11-11 fade. Somebody can feel this in your energy, and they're going to try and get in on it, darling dear. Get it while it's hot off the press. What do you need to release once and for all? The bad lucky, darling dear. Those that are going nowhere. Those that are what? Living on their monkey conscious mind, darling dear. Where their ego is their amigo. The unhealed, darling dear. Star card. Aquarius energy on its face. Those that have bad prospects. Those that are going through what? Health issues. And the health issues is what? Because all they do is complain, darling dear. You know those people that have one health issue and they tell everyone about it. All they talk about is what's wrong with them and when they're going to get their next big medications, darling dears. Allow them where they are. They're bottom feeders and they come to what? Kill your vibe, blood. Kill your vibe. What's this? You better wash your face like David. And remember that you've got the 2 of Cups, darling dear. Change your focus onto you and your greatness. 5 of Cups, 2 different decks. Being divinely guided. And it's the 5 as well, representing the 5 major arcana that's out here for you to pay attention, big cat. This and that. Leave them where they are. This also speaks. Where's my bell? Someone is crying in regret. Leave them where they are. They got the bad juju all over them. The bad luck, darling, and the bad credit. And they're crying. It's what? Tears of a clown, Pierrot and Pierrot. They're crying, but on the inside, they've got a plan for you, darling dear. A plan to put you in depression, spell work, so you'll take to your bed, darling dear, where you'll be either too fat or too skinny. You'll be caught up in your cranium. They're planning to twist you up in your cranium, blood. Don't allow it, big cat. They know that they're not good enough for you, and they're going to make you feel less than. They'll do whatever it takes to make you feel less than. Turn you back into a thumber. Are you a thumber, big cat? You better beef up your chest and put some bass in your voice. What's the matter with you? No way. Right? The jealous and the envious. Didn't you just see me shuffle and look what's at the base of the deck again? Wash your face like David, as all eyes are on you, darling dear. They would love to take a leap of faith towards you, darling dear. Fall into all of what you've co-created in the name of Father, God, Mother, Isis. They're trying to what? Get your gangster down pat. But there's only one you. Now I'm sucking the 31. They come with fake love straight up to your face, darling dear. This is a liar. This is an emotional manipulator. And this is not the hand of God in the reverse. This is straight from the crevice of the devil's balls at 911 Freddy Krueger Mud Hut, 2 streets over from the loser lane in the district of the damned. These are not the dog's bollocks, mate. It's the dog's anus. You better not be tempted off your flip-flop, darling dear. Common sense must be afoot, darling dear. Don't allow yourself to be tempted into situations, tongue wrestling, or any other wrestling. Least of all your genitalia with these bottom feeders. This is what they want, to take your energy when you are blessed and guided major arcana onto major arcana, darling dears. Unhealed. They've got spiritual attachments on them, darling dears. This is the bodies. People think it's all well and good to go and sleep with everybody, but they're not realizing the soul tie. Sex is the exchange of what? Magical energy, darling dears. Energy that is sent to what? Create a whole human being. And they're doing that with anyone. Why? Because they can't get any satisfaction. Why? Because your shapely back is turned. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. Split the deck, and your third eye is on these bitches and mitches as you plan, plot, and strategize your way forward towards your wheel of fortune. This past person or personages would love to come back and give you that cup of hopium, darling dear. Hopium and fucking ease, blood. You better not allow it. And it's also what? You understanding past situations, darling dears, was pushing you in the right direction to go for your birth natal chart, find your North Node, find your happy, and ride that bitch, the wheel of fortune, that bitching bitch, until it's a flat tire. Plan, plotting, and strategizing, darling dears, as you move forward. This is outrageous. It's always outrageous, but at the ending of the day, emotional manipulator, high commander, Decepticon, darling dear. This person was meant to be a loyal partner, friend, family member, could be a matriarch or a patriarch of your family. They're a whole joke, darling dear. A whole joke. A Jezebel spirit. This person or people are jealous. There could be as much as two people involved. When you see the court cards, you've got two main instigators that are watching you. One is male and one is female, darling dear, that hate your guts. Someone who was meant to be loyal to you, darling dear, had their head turned by someone who is the Queen of Wands. Listen, I told you who the Queen of Wands is. Go and watch that video that I got from TikTok. The one that likes to pick up people with their vagina or fatum and take them across the room. Baby! They're watching you win, darling dear. Break generational curses as you continue to what? Lean in to the Most High, darling dears. Following what? Your heart's desire. Because it's bringing you luxury. It's giving you what? Dignity. And it's what? Giving you what? New ideas. A new beginning for you, darling dear. Where what? A new partner is coming towards you. Whether there'll be an age difference, and it's judgment. Because whomever's trying to come with that cup of opium, this is another person involved in your business, darling dear. This person is coming to breadcrumb you and lie. And it's the King of Wands with the unsatisfied eyes. Yes. And the genitalia of fatum that has no pause or chill factor, darling dears. We now have what? 1, 2, 4 people on the tableau, darling dears. 5 as they watch you, darling dear. He wants to come back with that fake apology. This is a page. Poor. If it's not your progeny, darling dears. Page of Cups is someone who is emotionally manipulative, stunted at an early age. From possibly their mother was a Jezebel spirit, right? And the father was emotionally unavailable, or was actually the invisible man. Yes. This King of Wands is looking at you, darling dear, as you get to the bag. This goes to 7 of Pentacles. As you sit and wait for the right partner, right opportunities to come towards you. You are discerning, darling dear, as well as what? You have the business acumen, building a whole new future for yourself. If you've got progeny, you take care of those progeny well, darling dear, to the best of your abilities. And you put them first. Something that this person never, all they want to do is jump on your back, darling dear. You're not a horse. Look what fell in the reverse. They want to breadcrumb you for sure, darling dears, and bring you back to a situation that is below your spiritual pay grade. This is the Cup of Opium. This is the Knight of Cups, who loves a quick one-night stand. That rusty cup has been around the world and it needs a blue light and a what? CSI team on them. Don't take that cup, darling dear. They want to be successful with you. They want to live off of the success. What did I say about the clout chasation of it all, darling dears? Clout chasing. You better lock down everything. Keep control of your faculties, your mental health, as well as what your panani of fatum. Pay your knees, blood. We don't like one-night stands. They'll rush out the same way they rushed in with the fucking ease as they what? Take your energies and block your blessings. Blessing blockers. Good God. Final deck, and then we're out of here because we're at the 60. Time goes so quickly when I'm talking to you guys. I can be such a chatty cat. Some people wish that I was chatty like this. You know how it is, big cat. When you're around like-minded souls, you talk about this and that. But when you're around bottom feeders, they can't even see if I'm still breathing blood. They want to come and check my pulse. My right hand is itching me again. Skrilla.com is afoot. Remember I told you that. We like to use the Easter Island and Stevie Wonder on a regular. What did I say? They've got atikiphobia. I don't deserve you. This is what they're going to lead with. You must say I agree with them and get on your high horse or in your chariot, put on your darkest glasses and head out. They don't deserve you. And they will beat you for it. Listen, they're looking for accommodation, blood. They're looking to be a tenant. Do you have a vacant orifice? These questions you must ask yourself, by yourself. Because they want to be victorious, darling dear. Because you bossed up, changed your world, right? This person is mentally, or persons, because we saw about 5 or 6 people on the tableau now. They're watching you, darling dear. They're mentally stuck on you. And is that your ancestral team? They're back, drawing them back to your social media. Salt is also online, darling dear. They're seeing everything. They're seeing what you're getting, grating in their dreams. Every time they fall asleep, they think about you. 9 of Swords all the way, darling dear. As you turn your back and move to do your victory lap, a new beginning for you. The ending of one cycle and the closing of one chapter has brought so much abundance to your life, darling dear. And yet, oh, it's 6 people. 6 people that would have it against you, darling dear. But you still continue to be engaging. You haven't got a vacant orifice. You haven't got a vacant orifice, right? They come with their fakers of itself, bringing the smoke in the mirrors, right? To do what? They don't even want to do a Casper, darling dear. They want to live in your house, like in your life, like a cancer eating away at you from inside out, darling dear. They don't want to ghost you. They want to stay with you so they can what? Bleed you dry of your infinite possibilities and take you off your quest. You better put your third eye, the big cat eye, on them bitches and mitches. Read the energy, darling dears. And if you're unsure, you pray. Nothing like a big cat with a prayer. Let no one rush you into making any form of decision, especially when your pentacles, your genitalia, or your progeny, or your state, everything, any decision made, you put your third eye on them bitches and mitches and you pray if you're unsure, right? They're going to come through, I don't deserve you. I told you, the atikiphobia. They've got the effrontery. They are what? They are bold with it. Bold. And this is where they deserve to be. In court, the police station, or in prison with the prisoners. On that note, I rest my case. Leave the basura where they are. Understand you are what? Light worker star seed. You was chosen, big cat. And as they continue to study you to see if they can get in where they can fit in, darling dear, they will never graduate. Why? They didn't understand the assignment the first time. The second time. Some of you gave them, oh gosh, so many chances, darling dear. And did they get it right? No. No. They left you with a reverse friar tuck, your hairline pitchy-patchy, and you was barking at passing cars. They deserve to be where they are, darling dear. They asked for it, and they're getting it, right? They got a pet name, right? A pet name, Tasmanian Devil, right? Snake, Slug, Slime Ball. Who is it? What other pet name could it be? Bat? What else? What? A bat? A dummy bat? Yes. Listen, don't let me just go off and start thinking by myself. Listen, their back was a blessing in disguise. Remember I told you that? We take nothing back except things to the store or the shop that we don't want. Listen, when you buy something in the shop and it doesn't fit your requirements, what do? You keep the receipt and you take that shit back. Well, you've got your receipts. It's on your soul, darling dears. Remember what happened in the past. And remember, that energy will continue to be repeated around you. Why? Because you are the light. You have been chosen. You have what? You have greatness in you, darling dears. And you have been sent as a beacon to wake up other big cats in this age of Aquarius. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat, cat. Cat, cat. They've got a tiki phobia. A tiki phobia. Avoid. Avoid. They don't deserve you. They will bring you down, Bobby Brown, and come and cry at your funeral with no tears on their face as they cash in the insurance policy. Protect yourself, big cat, because I can't be there when you cross the road. Namaste. Cat, cat. Big cat wave until we meet again on these tarot streets. Namaste. Pinkies up.